Hey, welcome on back to Ben 10 Binge Warmers. My name is Will.
I'm Steven.
Actually, my name is Hopper.
And before we get into this, hit that like button, subscribe button, hit that notey.
Notey?
Notey!
Hit the notey, baby!
Ding it! Want to hear that gong?
I'm a little sick. Sorry.
But yeah, welcome back to another episode of Ben 10.
It's an exciting one today.
It really is.
We've got, what I think is the last, proper appearance, the last, solo appearance of Kevin Levin.
Yeah. Cam
Lem, which sucks because he's probably my favorite villain.
And Ben 10 Classic?
Yeah.
Vilgax?
Vilgax is good. See, Vilgax is great. Vilgax might win.
Yeah.
But Kevin Levin...
It's not Vilgax.
He's got all your powers except for... No, I've got all your powers plus
mine.
my own.
Yeah. I'm Kevin Levin.
He's not sucking no energy up. Give me a break, Kevin.
Yeah,
You're not using that power.
No.
Really, you're not even using gray matter. You're not really using Ghost Freak.
No one uses either of those.
So you're not using Upgrade for damn sure.
For damn sure.
It's on his shoulders back here. He's probably forgot it even is there.
Yeah, it doesn't even know what it does.
He's using 6 powers tops. He's Kevin 7. Call him that. You know what I mean? Anyway, spoiler alert for Ben 10. I just feel like I'm in the Percy Jackson mood, so I got to say spoiler alert.
Yeah.
We're at a windmill farm.
Yeah, getting our fight on.
Yeah.
Just chilling.
Well, it's cool too. It
Max
opens
and
up,
Gwen are just passed out in the RV.
which never happens because they're both OP.
Yeah, every time.
So anyway, but yeah, Kevin and Diamond Head are fighting.
Yeah.
And it's a pretty cool, I don't know that we've had an episode where it just starts off with a fight. He's already fighting a main villain just right off the bat.
Right.
It's also funny to note in the beginning, Kevin calls Diamond Head Rockhead or Rocky Head. He says something like that. That's actually a reference to Framed, the previous Kevin 11 episode. Now, I didn't do my research, but the Ben 10 wiki says that's what Steele called Diamond Head.
Oh,
called him Rockhead or whatever. So that's all he knows. I mean,
Yeah.
he just must have heard him say that. So he's like, oh yeah, he's Rockhead, whatever.
Yeah.
It's funny. It's good.
I don't like how dumb Kevin is in this episode because they're kidnapped. They go on this battle royale kind of thing. It gives Teen Titans vibes. You remember that whole arc?
Oh yeah.
That was such a good arc, by
also,
the way.
the Thor Ragnarok stuff.
Yeah.
Is there the Planet Hulk, whatever. Yeah.
Just everyone loves a good gladiator episode.
Yeah, it's kind of a tournament arc too. They don't really go that route with this.
Yeah.
But you could, in One Piece, they do a whole tournament arc with gladiators.
Yeah.
So.
That's a lot of animes do a lot of tournaments.
I've noticed that.
Yeah, they're because everyone's always wanting to say who's fighting who. Who's winning what fight.
I think Avatar even does it. It's not even a proper anime, but it's
Everyone
does
does the tournament arc.
Gateway anime or whatever.
Yeah, it is. It is a gateway anime.
Yeah. I think My Hero does the most recent that I've seen. Does a tournament thing.
Yeah, they do. It's in the season 1, I think.
Season 1 or 2. Anyway.
But yeah, so they're up there, and from the get-go, Kevin is not realizing the situation, really. You know what I mean?
Gets teleported from Earth to this spaceship, the Mega Cruiser.
I love it.
Is what Slicks Vigmar called it.
I hate that guy.
Isn't that the stupidest sentence I've ever said?
He's creepy looking too.
I like that he's like a robot. That's interesting.
Yeah.
That's sort of a twist in itself, that he's a robot.
Yeah. And so they're both paired up. They're fighting different things. And Ben finishes his guy quick, right? He just cuts the legs out.
The same kind of robot.
Yeah, same kind of robot. And you can see a chain of difference between them right there. Ben takes his guy out and is done. Kevin is just utterly destroying his guy, ripping the guts out of him, so to speak.
Well, it would have been better, more beneficial for Ben to just take care of it while it was
beneficial.
It would have been better if he just went ahead and did what Kevin did, because once he comes back into person, he cut the legs off the robot, but it's still chasing after him on its little hands. You know? And the robots look cool.
Their knives look like butter knives.
They do, but they're they can pop out 2 different arms or whatever.
You saw it put a dent.
Yeah. And he's got a permanent little block mouth or whatever, a frown. Now I guess I don't know, we can kind of speculate a little bit. Do we think that the Slicks Vigmar, do you think he was controlling the robots? Do you think they're sentient robots?
It's hard to tell. He was controlling almost everything else on the ship, so it's safe to say he was.
Yeah, it's not a bad idea to be thinking I mean, maybe he gives them a little bit of control on themselves, but also if he's a robot, he must have some serious AI going on.
Yeah, if he's powering an entire ship.
I like to imagine maybe some person started this, sort of like WALL-E, or it was a person. There's a big AI taking care of the ship, because it's called a Mega Cruiser. It's not called the Death Battle Dome or something.
Yeah.
The Mega Cruiser sounds like a cruise ship or something.
And he like the AI went rampant.
I think so, like the wheel from Wall-E.
Yeah, dude.
I like that idea.
I like that idea. That's nice.
And they said something like, "Oh, this is the entertainment of the galaxy." One of the other gladiators says something like, "We're made to fight for." Great voice, by the way. He's like some white dude.
Oh voice. Yeah, some dude chilling.
We're made to fight for the galaxy to watch.
He's like the guy.
Entertainment of the galaxy.
He's like the crab guy from season 1.
Yeah.
What? So you think all the audience? You think they have rooms on the ship as well?
See, I was going to ask you that. Maybe
or are they
like,
just always in the stands? Because they're always there.
Yeah, it must be like a getaway because the Mega Cruiser. Maybe it's like, oh, honey, we got that Mega Cruiser, blood sport coming up in a minute. I don't know. And also, it must be broadcast to different things, right? Too, because there's a bunch of screens.
Oh yeah, there's screens everywhere. So who's all watching this?
The whole galaxy,
apparently. But you think about it. You think Azimuth is watching this? And he's like, oh, what? Leo, Leo DiCaprio.
Maybe
that's my Omnitrix.
I did that.
Hey,
I did that.
Where's my royalties?
It is. Yeah. This is good because it sets up like people know that like a human has the Omnitrix, I guess, and people are talking about the Omnitrix too more, like in space. We see a ton of aliens from the Watch. We see at least a Pyro Knight. We see a Galvanic Mechamorph. We see a Tetraman.
Yeah.
I think that was about it. Maybe we see no, we don't see like a Diamond Head, whatever they're called, Petrosapiens, whatever they're called. Anyway, it's fun to you get a little extra flavor when it's
and then you see a bunch of hodgepodge where I feel like they just told the artist, go wild, whatever you draw, it's an alien. We're putting it up there. One guy had an upside down head
with like a toenail.
Yeah, like a toenail on his. One guy was like this gopher squid neck thing going on.
One guy was like a little demon.
Like he's got like white horn things.
Yeah,
like
it was just the best.
They said, go get your kids' drawings that you put on the fridge, bring them up here. We'll animate
they're so
them.
Unique. Like Ben could turn into any one of those. You know? What I mean? Like,
that's so cool. So we meet the crew. We get that the ball guy. What's his name?
Cannonbolt?
No, the hand.
Oh, Technorg.
Yeah, we get Technorg, which is really cool.
I love Technorg. I think he's very useful. Like, not useful, but he's like his big ball hand. Like, he's like a gladiator.
He's great.
Fight,
he's
whatever.
Awesome. And so the alien
they're eating purple slop.
Yeah, and it looks so bad.
It's got steam coming off.
Yeah, it looks like poop.
Yeah, and Ben and Kevin have been like joined at the ankle.
Yeah, because the Slix Vigmar is like, you guys are interesting. I like y'all. We're going to put you together. And that makes no sense to me.
We can also talk a little bit. He says, like, oh, we've got our newest challengers from Earth. Mm-hmm. But then he sees Ben and he's like, oh, it's a human. Granted, if I picked up a Petrosapien and it turned into a human, I'd be like, oh, it's a human.
Yeah, but also it's like where you're only picking up like lions or something.
Right. Well, who is he picking up from Earth? Like, besides Kevin and Ben, which how did he even find Kevin and Ben?
Yeah.
Is he just scanning for like alien life forms, maybe strong life forms?
Yeah,
it would have been cool if like if Animo got picked up or something. One of Animo's like monsters got picked up.
Yeah, that would have been awesome.
Yeah, so it makes you wonder. But I think he's definitely picked up other humans.
And that's where you see the lack of connection and how dumb Kevin is. They're tied at the leg. Yeah. You got you've got Korg coming at you. I'm just gonna call him Korg. Technorg. No, I can't call him Korg, huh?
Which I think he's the same species as
Volcanus.
Which turns out to be a little baby man in later shows.
Little baby man.
Little tiny baby toilet.
Little baby. Curse your tiny toilet. And they're gonna die if they don't work together. And Kevin's just like, I want to listen to you. I'll get my ass beat. I don't want to listen to you. So it's just Kevin, shut up for 2 seconds.
At least 2 times. And Ben even says he's like the guy explained the thing like 2 seconds ago. You can't kill me. Like,
he just said this, dude. Just said this to you.
Do you get like Danny Phantom vibes from this, where like Skulker and Danny are kind of tied up together?
Man, it's been a minute since I've seen that.
Skulker's
like he's a biker, right?
Yeah, he's like a bounty. I think he's sort of a Lobo.
Yeah, I like him.
Yeah, he's cool.
If I'm thinking about the right guy, he's got like a fiery mohawk.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like him.
He's a little guy in a suit, like Volcanus in later seasons.
Damn, do I want to rewatch?
It's not as good as you think it is. I promise. It's got some cool ideas, but like
they had the whole Infinity Gauntlet movie.
Yeah, I mean, it was like they had some cool ideas.
Yeah,
Butch Hartman's like art style. Plus, I don't think Nickelodeon cared enough to make it like an actual. But they made Avatar. They could have. I think it was Butch Hartman being like, let's make it a little sillier.
Yeah.
If you wanted to do like a gritty Danny Phantom movie, it would be great. I think
it would
take if you'd like what the Ninja Turtles Michael Bay did with Ninja Turtles, or even like what Transformers did with the Transformers and made Danny Phantom. I think it would go over really well.
I think it would.
Anyway, that's my 2 cents.
Yeah. So Kevin. So this is where Ben teaches Kevin too. He's like, hey, combine the powers.
Yeah.
And then they'll be great. How about that, you know? Because all of Kevin's powers are like 1/10, which I don't know how Ben knows that, first of all. Well, he's just like, 1/10 of my power.
He gets shot with the Diamond Head shards, and that's when he Diamond Head breaks the fake Diamond Head shard. So I guess that's, I mean, I think he's just using simple math to be like, it's probably not as powerful. But
how
Kevin's
does Ben know about fractions?
Yeah, Ben's stupid.
He really is.
Just to name off a couple powers we see Kevin use, he uses the goo from Stinkfly. He flies with the wings.
Yeah. I think this is the only time we see him fly.
I know. I don't think he ever uses that.
He may use it in the No Void.
I kind of always imagined that he was like a bee, like he was too big for his little wings to go.
Yeah.
Obviously, he uses forearm strength. He uses Diamond Head.
Sidebar, I love the bee movie where like, honestly, though, bees don't care what humans think, and so they fly anyway.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, they probably don't care what we think. When they get to the ship, he bites.
The rip jaws thing was cool.
He like stink fly gooey spit, but he like has the rip jaws mouth.
Yeah, he bites the eyeball out or whatever,
and that takes care of the robot. He uses accelerate speed to kind of get to instant transmission behind the robot.
Yep.
He uses heat blast fire, obviously. And I think that's about it. We never see any gray matter. We never see any ghost freak. We never see any
wild mutt.
I mean, he's got the hands. I guess.
Yeah. What are they going to do?
He could be maybe a little more athletic. I don't know. Anyway, but
Kevin is a cool villain. He's definitely second.
I think he's
Vilgax is not getting dethroned as the number one.
But Vilgax, I guess. Well, no, you're right. In classic, Vilgax is the best.
Man, I love being right. I don't know about you.
Well, Kevin's right up there. So
yeah, but you can agree he's just so dumb. It's
like
almost
it though
painful
because
how dumb he is in this episode.
Similar to Ben. Ben is so dumb too.
Yeah,
like they're both just like Kevin's beating up the robot in the beginning of this. I'm like, oh yeah, he's 11 years old. Isn't that crazy?
He's got a lot of violence in him.
Yeah, he's just a pent up. Like he's just some kid that got like
who wins,
powers.
Kevin 11 or Percy Jackson?
Kevin 11, I think bites his head off. No, Kevin's pretty ineffective too because he has been a couple times and he doesn't actually get to.
Yeah.
Well, I guess he gets teleported away most of the time.
And then Technorg. I'm never gonna get this name right.
Why not?
I don't know.
I love him. He's got a big ball hand. He looks like a toy.
I love how Technorg is like instant. I'm the champion. I'm gonna beat everybody up, and then he loses, but then Ben saves him from Kevin finishing him off. And he's like, I am in your debt forever.
I literally just met you, and I love you.
I love you. Looks like a nice place you got here.
No, but yeah, so Kevin uses his tail at one point to kind of knock over some food.
Yeah.
So Kevin's got prehensile tail too. I guess that's another little power.
Yeah.
I don't know if Accelerate ever uses his tail.
It looks like it gets longer than it's actually supposed to. When he pushes it, it's like he's like pooping it out.
Slinks out.
Yeah.
Maybe that's some Accelerate stuff. Like he just kind of gets gooey.
Ben's like, I didn't know we could do that.
Oh, wow. That's a good one, Kevin.
Yeah. Notes. Extend tail ?
Technorg, he goes like, oh yeah, we've all tried to beat the guards. It doesn't work.
Yeah.
They've got these little Thor Ragnarok things on them that shocks them if they try to get out of hand. But then, they never had gray matter in there before.
Yeah, and Ben's like, if you work together. Which I don't understand why Ben has to wink at one guy, and then that guy nudge another guy, and then that guy nudge Kevin. Like, Kevin could just look at Ben
just say,
and then just start it,
I think Ben's really well written in this episode. He's more focused on the situation.
Yeah, he's level-headed.
Taking it seriously.
Yeah, you see a lot of character growth and a lot of, like even from the beginning with Diamond Head. He's in a hostile environment. He assesses the situation, instantly starts fighting without anything else, just is on it. You know what I mean? He's not like, oh, my God, where am I? What's going on? He just sees... This guy's trying to kill me. Okay, take him out. Kind of thing.
And he's like kind of tries to talk him out of it too. Like, hey man, because
we don't have to fight.
You don't even know if that's like a person or a robot at that point.
He could have committed murder. That could have been a sentient thing.
I mean, Slick's Vigmar's sentient. Kevin stabs him through the chest.
Kevin does not care though.
Kevin
is a sociopath.
Kevin's a killer.
Yeah,
he bite people's head off. Probably.
Yeah.
But do we?
So. They break out, and they're like, okay, we got to find him because he's the one that controls the ship. He said that.
Also, too, like, Kevin and Gray Matter is good because Gray Matter can just sit on his little shoulder. And there's a point where Slick's Vigmar like sends all of his goons on him, the robots.
Yeah.
And there's a really cool moment. I don't know. I really liked it. It was very anime to me. Kevin. Too. There's a funny moment where, before all that, there's a funny moment where Kevin's like, because he deprograms the guard and they get all the shock passes off of him.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, big deal. A monkey could have done that. And Gray Matter's like, why didn't you?
Yeah.
I thought it was really funny.
Burn!
Got his ass.
Got him.
There's moments in the show, like, it's genuinely funny. Like, I laughed at that pretty good. Like, there's funny moments in this. And it's meant for kids, like, 20 years ago, but it's funny.
Yeah, we're kids from 20 years ago.
Absolutely we are. Anyway, but there's a moment, like an anime kind of, like, power-up moment where it's like, I'm going to have to kill you. Like, the bad guy's like, I'm going to have to, kill you, and we're going to whatever. And then Kevin and Ben both trade off. They're like, if we're going to go down, we're going to go down fighting. And they start, like, tearing them up. It's awesome.
It's really cool. Side note, though, I don't think Ben did much. He just stood there and was like, get him.
Get him, Grandpa, get him.
And then at the end, he throws him onto one of them, and he, like, crawls in him and messes with him.
Pretty cool.
But it was cool seeing Upgrade. So Ben finally figures out that Val Sigma Nuts Ligma man was a robot, and so he was like he turns
Slicks Vigmar.
I was saying Ligma
Sugma.
It turned out to be a robot, like we were discussing earlier. So Ben turns into Upgrade.
Robes. I think he kind of wants to be a person.
Yeah, maybe.
There's a lot going on with his character.
I like your idea of he like maybe his whole crew died out and he just changed it. But
that voice actor that does him is a Star Trek alum. I don't know his name or whatever, but I can look it up. I'll look it up.
But so he turns into Upgrade and he like takes over the guy, and so he undoes their coupling and he starts turning things off and they're getting to the lifeboats. But at one point where the guy's like fighting, he's like, "You're not in as control as you think you are," and he's like tearing Ben off of him, and it's like so Nosferatu Korg guy. Like, excuse me, punches Ligma in the face.
He just did like a very like grandpa thing. Like, so Bing Bong did the thing.
Technorg.
What's wrong with Technorg? It's a good name.
I keep forgetting it.
He's a cyborg, but he's also got technology.
I genuinely just keep forgetting it.
I like his big
this is like a loose
Thanos chin he's got.
Oh,
he's got like little pinctures.
He's a ball-chinian.
He's kind of a ball-chinian.
Little pinchers. But no, he like has to punch him to like knock him back out so Ben can keep control of him.
Pretty good. I mean, I love that. It was,
yeah.
Shut up, old man. How many times do we have to teach you this lesson?
What color's my underwear?
Armin Shimmerman. He's like a big Star Trek guy. So
who does he play on Star Trek?
Quark.
Oh, does he?
I don't know. I don't know.
That sounds like a familiar thing. Quark.
Quark. He's got the little prosthetics on. I'll put a picture up. But
so they get to the lifeboats and Kevin's like banging on a door, and you mentioned how bad this looked, but
just right away he like went and tried to find a pod to get out.
Yeah, but what looks bad is like Ben's like, do you need the hand or 6? And he has these like tentacle things,
like robot tentacles, just
it's
like
gross
controlling
looking.
The control pods.
Yeah, it's real gross.
It's unnatural.
Yeah, so he tells
not
everyone,
right.
It's not right. Something not right about that. Find the Lord. So he tells all the aliens, like, take your ships, get out of here. All of these.
He pushes Technorg.
Speaking of which, we didn't talk about it. The pods have faster than light travel.
Sure. I mean, like, they're at the moon right now. Like, that's going to take at least a couple days to get back.
Yeah, that's what it's supposed to, but they're back.
And Gwen and Grandpa are just, like, still in the field.
Yeah.
Like, they're probably still knocked out. I don't know. Like, they come, like, Ben shows up and they're like, where were you? We were looking for you. It's like, well.
I would say they were up in space for a couple of hours.
You would think so.
At least I would probably say a day because it looked about the same time.
He was Diamond Head.
We're not going off those transformations.
Yeah, because it's kind of iffy with the timing.
No, I think it would be a solid like 24 hours.
It's very iffy. Let's talk about like he turns into gray matter. He turns back into Ben. Like 2 seconds later, he turns into Upgrade.
Yeah,
and then after that, it's like 2 more seconds. Like the watch is very red.
Cannon bolt.
Yeah, cannon bolt. If we're going by Alien Force standards, where it like depletes the power, it would be out of luck.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. But I mean, the watch saves him when it needs to or whatever. So,
but we got a lot of aliens too. Like you just said, we got Diamond Head, we got Upgrade, forearms,
Upgrade, Gray Matter.
Don't say them different order than I'm saying them because now you got me messed up.
Go ahead, you do it.
Well, now I got to redo it. Don't you say it.
Forearms. It's Gray Matter next. Then it's Upgrade. Then it's Cannonbolt.
Yeah, so we got 5 in one episode. That's pretty good.
Pretty good. I was going to say, too, Forearms, his voice sounds more forearmy in this.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
Like, earlier episodes, he was kind of, like, scratchy, like, let's wrestle.
Yeah.
But now he's like, come on, Kevin.
Yeah, sounds a lot better.
He's like, we're in this together, buddy.
Kevin's like, I hate you. Kick him. Kevin is just all about like, I do not listen to you, bro.
Man, in the beginning too, he's like,
he like trips Ben. He's like, don't tell me what to do. I tripped you.
he's like, okay, that's it. I've had enough. And he goes over and he gets shocked again.
Yeah.
He just doesn't learn his lesson.
So Kevin kills Ligma.
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 Edward.
And so everyone leaves, or you think they do, because Ben's like,
he pushes Technorg in the pod, and it's a good like 10 minutes later, and Technorg is like, I'm a lapdog, right?
yeah.
Jack Angel, famous voice actor, does Technorg.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. He's in a ton of like animated. He's got that like deep kind of gruff. You know?
So Ben's like thinking everyone's gone, and Kevin's like, no, I just wanted to kill you. I don't actually care if I go home. You know, apparently.
I'll die. I don't care. I'm that petty.
Yeah, he's like, I've got all your powers now. There's not something you can surprise me with. He's like, oh, bet, because in episode 1, episode 2, I got a new alien. So he like
Cambolt.
You want to feel me? I feel like a dolphin.
I hate to bust your bubble on this too. I was waiting until we started recording. There's one of the creators of the show. I forget. I'll look it. I'll put it up on screen here. But like, apparently he's got little hairs.
No,
because he can.
So do dolphins.
Well, that's how he senses where he's at. His little hairs. Could just be the yellow parts though.
Yeah, dolphins have hair.
What?
They're a mammal. All mammals have hair.
Where's the hair at?
It's like a peach fuzz on their body.
Maybe.
We'll have editor look that one up.
Okay. But anyway, so that's just, he's got little hairs.
Yeah.
He's more armadillo than dolphin.
No. The outside is, I'm telling you, the inside feels like a dolphin. I'm telling you.
Like,
you're not going to ruin this for me.
You just want to like stim on his belly. You know, you just want to like feel the stimulation. Anyway. I'm sure all your online friends are going to love that.
So anyway, they kind of do this whole like, let's play a new game, dodgeball. And he's like beating up Kevin. Gets in the escape pod. He's like trying to get out with his little claws.
His little teeny claws. He's like, oh, is that what? Oh.
And Kevin, dumbass, this is why he's so stupid. Instead of prying the door open, phase through. You're literally ghost freak, you know?
Yeah, dude.
So he's like, oh, I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you. And then Technorg comes out and he's like, I didn't actually leave.
I don't have anywhere to go. I don't have my apartment is leased.
Turns out there was a tick and it ate my homeworld. So
anyway, I want a Technorg toy.
Yeah, we can look online. Cool, I bet you there is one.
Like mace arm thing going on.
So Ben goes back down to Earth, and then Kevin and Technorg are out in space with the ship because the guy was planning on going to a different galaxy.
Yeah.
So
I think that's kind of where we see Kevin next in the last episode of the season where he teams up with Vilgax.
Yeah.
Vilgax is like frozen or something, and he uses his little heat powers to free his face or something.
Yeah. Oh, like it's an abandoned ship and they're just frozen.
I don't know. I don't remember the exact circumstance, but I think he's in a big like ice block, and he's like, "I'll free you if you help me kill Ben Tennyson."
Yeah. He's
win-win.
Like, oh, I hate that doofus.
I hate that doofus.
He calls him a puke bag.
Yeah. Well, again, he's 11 years old. Like it's perfect. Like the 1-to-1 match is perfect.
Yeah. But anyway. So then they go back down to Earth, and all is well for now.
Yeah, that was a classic hero and villain team up episode.
Yeah, I liked it. It was really good.
Yeah,
I
love seeing Kevin. Kevin is like, I love him. Like, and I know before we even get to Alien Force, where he's like really popular, he's fun in this show too.
I hate when shows, video games, or anything puts a link on them. I hate that. I hate it. I used to play it was
Oh, Crash Bandicoot?
No.
They do that in that too.
Spyro.
Wrath of course. Oh,
the one where you finally get to fly, you're
with
tethered
Cinder.
to Cinder. And like if you're 2-player, me and my brother playing, I want to go somewhere, he wants to go another way. You can't do that.
It's just bad game design.
It is, which they did do some game design with it. Like you'd have to Spyro would turn to a rock ball and then like you would swing him into things as Cinder was like the anchor.
Yeah, we had a little incident there.
Yeah, a little hiccup, but I just don't like when you have the band together, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's bad memories.
So what?
Bad memories.
Bad memories.
From you for playing Spyro.
Oh, yeah. I hate that. I don't like it. Yeah, I don't like it.
I don't know. I think it's fun. It could be a lot of different uses. Like Ben kind of like trips up some villains, and he kind of pulls on Kevin.
He's got some strength to be able to trip them up.
I know. Well, I mean, just hold it out in front and they trip on it. It's not like you're doing.
If you're not
anything.
strong enough to hold it, though, they just move you.
It's also like a laser connection. I don't know if that makes a ton of sense.
How are you grabbing it? How's it not jarring you when you grab it? I don't know what that is.
It's like the foghorn from SpongeBob. When someone smells or something, it's like, "Meow."
Maybe.
Anyway,
you threw me there for a second.
I don't know. There's fun uses, but like in Wrath of Cortex, like where you're. Isn't it funny how Spyro and
well, they're made by the same people.
I don't know if they were at the time.
They were.
Maybe you're right. Maybe you're right.
Sure.
Well, it was Naughty Dog first, but then Naughty Dog gave it to Activision or something.
Naughty Dog worked. Oh yeah, and then they went and worked for Sony.
Isn't it crazy that Naughty Dog did Crash Bandicoot?
It is.
Shout out to Naughty Dog.
But anyway, yeah, that was the episode. What was the name of the episode?
Grudge Match.
Grudge Match.
Was that what it was?
Good name.
Strong name. I think that's what it was called. I like a barbarian gladiatorial fight. I like a Kevin and a Ben working together.
Yeah.
And they don't really want to work together, but that's okay.
Yeah. Comment question: what's your favorite gladiator episode of a franchise?
Ooh, I like that. That's
Yeah.
a good comment question.
Yeah, that's a good one.
What's yours?
Teen Titans for sure.
Teen Titans. Go!
I think it's like Game Master or something like that.
Yeah, I think you're right. I'm gonna have to go One Piece on this one because I just watched it. The
yeah.
Dressrosa Gladiator. Pretty cool. Luffy, he puts on like a disguise so no one knows it's him.
Yeah.
And he's like this old man, but like he's not full. Anyone who knows Luffy is like, they're not, he's not full. He even like Luffy's such a bad liar too. He'll go around and he's like, "Oh, my name's Luffy." I mean, like he'll be like a full minute later, I'm this other guy.
Yeah.
And then his someone else comes later and takes his place. So it's like it doesn't even matter that he's there in the first place. Like it's so silly. Anyway, watch One Piece if you haven't watched One Piece.
But thanks for tuning in, guys. We'll see you next Monday for another Ben 10 episode.
Goodbye. Have a good day.